What if I told you that the cereal sitting in your pantry right now could either be quietly spiking your blood sugar every single morning, or actually helping you keep it under control? Most people with type 2 diabetes are told to skip cereal altogether. But here's the truth that most doctors don't have time to explain in a 15-minute appointment: not all cereals are the enemy. In fact, the right ones can be a powerful tool in your corner. Today, we are going through the 5 best breakfast cereals for managing blood sugar, and I'll tell you exactly what to look for on that nutrition label so you never get tricked again. Stay with me, because number 3 on this list is one that almost everyone overlooks, and it might just be the most powerful one of all. Before we get into the list, let's talk about why breakfast matters so much for people managing type 2 diabetes. When you wake up in the morning, your body has been fasting all night. Your blood sugar is already in a delicate state. The very first thing you eat sets the tone for your glucose levels for the rest of the day. Eat the wrong thing, something loaded with refined carbohydrates and added sugars, and you're on a blood sugar roller coaster before 9 a.m. That spike is followed by a crash, which triggers hunger, cravings, fatigue, and more spikes. It's a cycle that's hard to break. But eat something with the right combination of fiber, protein, and complex carbohydrates, and you give your body a steady, controlled release of energy. That's what we are aiming for. Now let's get into the list. Coming in at number 1, we have plain oatmeal, specifically old-fashioned rolled oats or steel-cut oats, not the instant-flavored packets. Here's the reason oatmeal sits at the top of this list: it contains a special type of soluble fiber called beta-glucan. Now, beta-glucan is extraordinary. When it reaches your digestive system, it forms a thick, gel-like substance that actually slows down the rate at which glucose is absorbed into your bloodstream. That means instead of a sharp spike, you get a slow, gradual rise in blood sugar. Studies published in peer-reviewed journals have shown that regular consumption of beta-glucan can reduce post-meal blood sugar spikes by up to 44%. A half cup of dry rolled oats gives you around 4 grams of this powerful fiber. The key is preparation. Cook it with water or unsweetened almond milk. Add a small handful of walnuts or a spoonful of natural almond butter for healthy fat and protein. Skip the sugar. A few blueberries or a light sprinkle of cinnamon adds natural sweetness, while cinnamon itself has been shown in multiple studies to improve insulin sensitivity. This bowl is a true blood sugar ally. Number 2 on our list is bran flakes, and not just any bran cereal, but ones where the first ingredient listed is whole wheat or wheat bran, with no more than 6 grams of sugar per serving. Bran is the outer layer of the grain kernel, and it is packed with insoluble fiber, B vitamins, and magnesium. Magnesium is something most seniors don't think about, but research consistently shows that people with type 2 diabetes are frequently deficient in it, and adequate magnesium levels are directly linked to improved insulin sensitivity. 1 cup of plain bran flakes provides around 5 to 7 grams of fiber. That fiber not only helps your blood sugar, it feeds the beneficial bacteria in your gut, supports healthy digestion, and can help lower LDL cholesterol at the same time. When you're at the store, flip the box over and read the ingredients before you buy. Watch out for high fructose corn syrup and any form of added sugar hiding in the first few ingredients. Now, here is number 3, the one I promised you wouldn't want to miss. Plain puffed wheat or shredded wheat. These cereals are as close to a whole grain in a bowl as you're going to get. There's no added sugar, no artificial coloring, no flavorings. Just wheat. A serving of plain shredded wheat contains around 6 grams of fiber and only 1 gram of sugar, naturally occurring. Its glycemic index is significantly lower than most breakfast options, meaning it causes a much more modest rise in blood sugar after eating. It's minimally processed, which is exactly what we are looking for. The reason people overlook it is simple: it doesn't taste exciting on its own. But here's what you do: add unsweetened almond milk, a few sliced strawberries, and a small handful of chia seeds. Those chia seeds add another 5 grams of fiber per tablespoon, plus omega-3 fatty acids that reduce inflammation, and inflammation, as we now know, plays a significant role in worsening insulin resistance. That simple bowl has become a powerhouse meal that will keep your blood sugar steady for hours. Moving to number 4, muesli, the unsweetened kind. Muesli originated in Switzerland and is a mixture of rolled oats, nuts, seeds, and dried fruit. When you choose a version with no added sugar and minimal dried fruit, you're getting a beautifully balanced combination of complex carbohydrates, healthy fats, protein, and fiber all in one bowl. The nuts and seeds in muesli, typically almonds, sunflower seeds, and pumpkin seeds, add not only fiber, but also plant-based protein and zinc, a mineral that supports insulin production in the pancreas. The glycemic load of unsweetened muesli is considerably lower than most commercial cereals. And because it's typically eaten cold, soaked in milk or yogurt overnight, a preparation called overnight muesli or bircher muesli, the starches in the oats actually undergo a process called retrogradation, which makes them even more resistant to rapid digestion. Resistant starch is like a secret weapon for blood sugar control. It passes through the small intestine without being fully broken down, which means less glucose flooding your bloodstream all at once. And number 5 is a newer option that's earned its place: high-fiber, low-sugar brand cereals, things like All-Bran Original or similar store brands with comparable nutrition. These cereals are specifically engineered to deliver maximum fiber in every serving, with some providing 10 grams or more per cup. That level of fiber is significant. The American Diabetes Association recommends that adults with type 2 diabetes aim for 25 to 38 grams of fiber per day, and most people are barely hitting half that. Starting your morning with a high-fiber brand cereal puts a meaningful dent in that daily goal right from the start. Just be cautious, some of these cereals add moderate amounts of sugar to improve taste. You're looking for less than 8 grams of sugar per serving, paired with at least 8 grams of fiber. That ratio matters. Now before I let you go, I want to share the 3 things you should look for on every cereal box label, and one thing that should make you immediately put it back on the shelf. First, look for at least 3 to 5 grams of fiber per serving. Second, check that the sugar content is below 8 grams per serving. Third, the first ingredient should always be a whole grain, whole wheat, whole oat, oat bran, or wheat bran. And the one thing that should send that box right back to the shelf. If you see any form of sugar, cane sugar, brown rice syrup, honey, dextrose, fructose, listed in the first 3 ingredients, that cereal is working against you, not for you. Here's the final thought I want to leave you with. Managing blood sugar with type 2 diabetes isn't about deprivation. It's about being smart, being informed, and making small choices every single morning that add up to enormous differences over time. Breakfast is not a threat, it's an opportunity. The right bowl of cereal gives your body the fiber it needs to slow glucose absorption, the nutrients it needs to support insulin function, and the sustained energy to feel good all morning long. These 5 cereals are your starting point. Pick one this week. Make the switch. And pay attention to how you feel, because your body will tell you the difference. If you found this helpful, please share it with someone you love who is managing diabetes or watching their blood sugar. And if you want to see our next video on the worst foods for blood sugar that are disguised as healthy, you won't want to miss that one. Take care of yourself. We'll see you in the next one.